Game number 1. We are still in the losers bracket, everybody. We got Oxygen Esports up against Team Ash. Another best of 5. And whichever team loses is out of the tournament. Another best of 5 series. And Garden of Terror is our opening map. Oxygen Esports was a bit of a surprising result when they played against Chili Mountain in the winner bracket. Now, the games themselves were awesome and very, very close. The result itself, not all that much, honestly. But I'm pretty sure that we're going to see Oxygen Esports fight back a little bit. If they make it all the way to the grand final, that's of course a very different question. But either way, let's get things started. Hammer is banned, so Team Ash, they're not screwing around here. They're immediately realizing that if they don't ban the Hammer out, then chances are that Oxygen Esports is going straight in for their tank tactics again. But it is Garden of Terror, so I would expect that Lucio and Hogger are also being banned. I mean, especially Lucio should be banned now, and yes, there he is. You don't want Yasuo to get that hero. Therefore, no, they're not banning Hogger, they're banning Maef instead. Noteworthy, by the way, that we have Benny here. So Benny is actually with us today. Yesterday, when they played against Chili Mountain, Benny couldn't make it because he still had work. So today, on the Saturday, we have him playing for the team. They are here with their entire lineup. That will change things a little bit, I assume. And I would guess that also, if they make it to tomorrow, they would have the entire lineup there as well. But yeah, either way, as it stands, we got Blaze now picked by my try. So they're opening it up with Blaze instead of Hogger. That's actually also kind of interesting, because I assume that Oxygen Esports is now going to take the opportunity to lock the Fleabag in. At least I would think so. But yeah. Dehaka. Jojo and Dehaka. Alright. Copenhagen can go for a little bit of side lane pressure here. What is the red team gonna do about that now? Definitely a map where we've seen also a lot of triple melees. So you can still go for Hogger and try to get that the control over the camps. As other heroes, of course, that work well on this too. Rhaegar is always a decent support if you want to go for fast camp clear. Then you got Greymane, depending on what kind of compositions you are playing. You can also solve multiple roles there. But first they are meeting the global pick by Oxygen Esports and take Falstad for Nanopi. And we have a Rhaegar. So yes, Rhaegar is in. Now what do they ban now? Gotta ban something here. Maybe against Farlander too. And we're keeping our eye on Nick as well. I mean, Nick has been playing a ton of this Tyrael melee assassin style. So might even be banned. Has been multiple times. But let's see. If they're willing to sacrifice a ban for Tyrael. As many teams have done now too. Or if instead they're going to get rid of something else here. Maybe targeting even more supports and trying to limit the options of Yasuo a little bit. Ah, they're going for Genji. Okay, so yeah, Genji against Falstad, obviously a very good choice as well. So that's something that could have been a problem for Ninopi. But that still leaves a lot of the picks that Nick lately favors up for grabs. There's Hogger. It was only a matter of time when he made his appearance here. Again, it's Garden of Terror, so his value is huge. If anything, it surprises me that it took so long. And we get Deckard Cain. The old geezer is in the house. Has anybody, by the way, seen that if you look at Morenas and his nickname, it looks a little bit like his nickname is My Penis? It's a little bit wild, honestly. It's like, how did that slip through? I mean, I get it, Cyrillic, but still, if I look at that, and if you just glance at it out of the... I mean, okay, maybe it's me, but I don't think so. Uther as a main tank with Rhaegar, so double support. Yeah, Uther main tank, Blaze, we got Sylvanas, and we got Falstad. That's a lot of side lane pressure that they have from both heroes. Falstad can do that if you go Secret Weapon in particular. And then we got Sylvanas as well. Whereas now for Hazu, last one, we got Jaina in. Alright, so Jaina for Hazu, could still swap it around a little bit. Nick is playing Hogger. Okay, we're set. Garden of Terror, everybody. First map in the best of 5 series here at the X Cup Summer in the losers bracket. Let's go. Oxygen Esports in game number 1 with Hazu Orbs on Jaina. We got Copenhagen and Dehaka. Nick on Hogger, Bad Benny with Jojo, and Yasu is playing Deckard Cain. Ninopi for Team Ash is playing Sylvanas. We got Renella and Rhaegar. Murenas with the main tank Uther, so they have technically a double support in the game. Farlander is playing Blaze, and Mitra has the global ready for the red team. He's playing Falstad. The Birdie! There's only one skin for the Birdie. Pirate skin. All the way. It's just too good. Benny is representing the unique and rare mount faction, as it's already waddling towards the top. Spray game seems to be on point too. I like it. And on level 1 we got the Fingers of Frost. I'm not quite sure why they named it this way, because this is not something that is unique to Jaina. I said this in the past and I'm more than happy to say it again. Every girl has Fingers of Frost. It's just a reality. If you ever had a girlfriend during wintertime, you know that every girl has Fingers of Frost. And they just don't know what to do with them. It's ridiculous. You want to go to sleep and all of a sudden it's this ice cold feeling that you have. And there's like, oh, I'm trying to warm my fingers. And it's like, get away from me. Use the blanket. So, yeah. Girls have this thing. I honestly think they know. It's like, yeah, it's... This is just like, it's... I know that apparently scientifically it's not possible... What was it? What was that thing where it's apparently scientifically not possible to create cold or something? So yeah, like, I don't know. I think that secret has been unlocked by biology a long time ago. But either way, like, that's definitely a thing. And every man knows that if you sleep in a bed, a woman to warm her fingers, what is she gonna do? Is she gonna put her fingers on your body, on your back, on your arm, anywhere, and then just leave them there so they can actually get warmer and heat up? No. She has to touch multiple spots in a row so that you're just ice cold all over, instead of just leaving it like at one spot, be done with it, and just warm her hands. It is a continuous mystery. It's the same thing of how always when you sleep with a woman in a bed, at the end of the night, all the bed belongs to her. You have a tiny sliver of the bed where you just nearly fall out. And also if there are any pillows in the bed, they pretty much all belong to her too. It's always a thing. It's always been a truth, and every man knows this. And women are now listening to this and like, no, I don't think so. I don't know what he's talking about. La. And every man is like, preach, brother, preach. So, yeah. It is insane. But, yeah. So, Fingers of Frost, I know. Believe me. We all do. First kill on Uther, so he's dead. Up at the top, I talked already about how they're going to split push, and this is exactly what they're going to try and do. They're splitting Sylvanas and they're splitting Falstad. Those are going to be on the lanes, and they're going to try and do their thing. While Falstad, most likely with the secret weapon on level 7, is going to try and push the lanes, use the global. Sylvanas is going to do the same thing. But here we are. Siege Giants taken, camps cleared whenever you can. It's all about the control here on the mercenary camps for as much as you can. And, well, up to the top side with Rhaegar's help, Sylvanas is now also dealing with the 2 Siege Giants that have been taken by Oxygen Esports. So once again, we have them just easily making their move through the early game motions, trying to get some camps, trying to prepare for the first few seats. The first one has already been taken. We now get the Ice Fleurs. We get also Seeing Red for Hogger once again. And the level 7 talents are kicking in for the red team too, which gives us now the secret weapon. Not so secret, bro. We all know about it. Okay. Now, at the bottom of the map, already a little bit of damage has been done, but nothing too crazy. And now both of the globals are sitting down here. So you have the Haka against Falstad. The battle at the top is going to break out over the seed, at least if Oxygen Esports wants to fight for it. So that's the question that they have to answer now. Are they willing to commit to this? Yes or no? Farlander, yeah. Already sitting tight there, okay. Yeah, they're trying to buy a little bit more space and time. But Falstad, what? Excuse me? Copenhagen? Are you okay? Did he just solo Falstad? What? Yeah, that shouldn't happen. Nice job. Well done. Copenhagen with a solo kill on the birdie, apparently. That's not too shabby. That is pretty impressive, to tell you the truth. Now, nobody has dealt with that seed yet, so nobody is getting the channel. But my try is currently flying back into the battle. Yeah, the flight of shame. Yeah, I just got soloed by Falstead here. That Tong was apparently on point. Now, we have with level 7 talents also the synergy with the grounded totem. They're still chasing Nenopi here, by the way. So, yeah, not bad. But the second seed has not been taken yet. Game number 1 in the best of 5. So this is the opening gambit by the two teams. Trying to decide who takes the lead here. Nice lock by Yasu. Oh, they could have body blocked him a little bit there. They're going for Hazu though. And yep, Jaina gets burned to a crisp. Easily. Easy peasy. Alright. Yeah. The audacity. Fingers of frost. Honestly, the craziest thing that ever happened to me was like, God, that was during university times. I had a massive, massive bed. Like, I had one of those beds that has 2 mattresses in it. Absolutely loved it. It was fantastic. And the good thing was, whenever somebody slept at my place, they could have their own side of the bed, right? They got 1 mattress, I got 1, I had 2 blankets. Each side had their blankets and their pillows and everything. So it was glorious. Absolutely loved it. And one day, girl sleeps over. She has her side, like her own bed pretty much. And I wake up in the middle of the night. And I swear to God, she was asleep during all of this, okay? So she is asleep, and while being asleep, she reaches over from her side of the bed, across me, picks the blanket, and just rolls over and leaves me butt naked except for my boxer shorts. Just stealing the blanket. She had 2 blankets, and I was lying there. I was like, what the fuck just happened? That is a true story. That happened, and she was not awake. She slept through all of this. And I was just sitting there. I was like, the fuck is going on here? That's the crazy stuff. So, yeah, ridiculous. Heating blankets. I'm telling you, heating blankets is the solution. Get your girlfriend, your wife, whoever, get them a heating blanket. That's one of the things that can keep you alive in a bed. But yeah, crazy stuff. Or put like a fence in the middle of the bed. Something like that. That might work too. I haven't tried that one yet. But maybe that's a solution that has some promise. Here they're trying to find a solution to Hogger. And he just Horde pulls away from them. It was a nice attempt to isolate him a bit with the gust. But yeah, Horde pulled was ready. So there we go. Now down to the bottom of the map. Mrs. Finger of Frost is already doing her thing, and that is the second seed for the blue team. So now we have 2-1 seeds in favor of Oxygen Esports. Now with the ults, we actually get the little NATO this time. So little NATO is in the house. And well, with that, they can actually go for a couple of interrupts here too. A nice setup with a good stay while I listen would have been pretty solid, but yeah. We're going to get a few lulls there throughout the game, and level 20 is also going to be interesting with that. Level 13 with the icy veins. And down to the bottom of the map, they're still trying to get kills on camps. So level 13 is available for both teams now. The seed is up. This could be where we're... camp steal. Yeah, that's awesome, but the Divine Shield is also working quite nicely there. So now they're trying to take full control of this. Falster doesn't have his gust, and there's the kill. But they get a counter. What a battle over this camp, and it is the red team that locks the camp in. Bruiser camp for Team Ash. They're stealing it away. And Jaina is trying to get the Web Weavers, Garden Terrors, whatever. Hazu is not a care in the world. He's just sitting there like, yeah, I'm going to do the thing, boys. You deal with the bottom, you distract them a bit with that camp. I'm going to do the thing. So he gets the objective for the team. They got level 13 now. And here we are. The Garden Terrors are making their first approach. Dehaka is also back and can rejoin them. Might try the top all alone against Yasu and Hazu and Copenhagen. Dodging out on the little NATO though, but the bird is still dead. Or is he? Wow! What a save! Good on you! Murenas and Rinella. That's the power of a double support, everybody. And it's Hazu that it's all of a sudden in deep shit. So he goes down. They still lose the fort, but at least they get the kill here. Nice! Straight into the Garden Terror with a drag. But a kill on Dehaka is ending him. Talking about ending things, feels like Nick is going to end the fort at the bottom of the map. Yeah, looking good. Here we are. Damn. Stunned, but he's gonna be fine. So yeah, we got a couple of kills now for Team Ash, and they are a little bit ahead in experience even. Despite the fact that they just lost multiple of their structures. Yeah, I don't know. That was a bit of wishful thinking here for my try. Using the Gust, I get the idea, don't get me wrong, but with Iron Skin just used there, the timing was a little bit off, so that didn't really work. Thanks to their global and them holding onto the fort in the middle of the map, they're still having chances, of course, to bring this game back, especially if they're able to get some Garden Terrors for themselves. But it's not going to be that easy. Oh, nice! Ring! Ding, 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 ding. Big hits. Oxygen Esports with another quick kill on Uther. Ancestral is already out. Uther's Ghost is doing what it can. But Farlander is dead too. So after they took Uther down, they also eliminate Blaze. And now they go for Nano P and finish off the triple kill. It's a quad kill, everybody. Just as it seemed that Team Ash might have a bit of a chance here, this happens, and yeah, that's rough. So the kills are in, and as you can see, they followed, first of all, Sylvanas after they took out Blaze, and then they went straight in for the birdie. No chance for him to escape. Now the fort is gone too. 4 kills for the blue team. They got the early level 16 and an entire lead in talents. They're taking all the camps around the mid fort away from the red team too. So, yeah, looking very, very good here. We got the headbanger. And level 16 also on the side of Team Ash. So yeah, they can still fight back. They have Benediction now. We also get with the Earthgrass Totem the full synergy with the level 7 and the level 4. But they gotta see if they somehow can get their kills. And, well, I guess they can. Deckard Kane is dead. My try flies in again. Wants to get the Gust angle. Doesn't even have to Gust here, so they get the kill on Jaina anyways. It's a bit of a blow-for-blow game at this point. Every single time when the team is taking a lead shortly after they're losing one of the team fights. Now, of course, it was made a bit easier by the Haka not being there. Copenhagen is still pushing the top lane out. And down at the bottom of the map, Nick is hiding as they are making a play for the fort. So Nick knows that he can't really do anything about it just yet. Jumps in regardless. Here comes the Haka. And he's trying to go for the isolation. Hits the Tong. Beautiful plays by the two of them. Copenhagen and Nick with some really nice synergies. But it still feels like they're not going to get that many kills. Uther is the only one that is dead so far. But they get the long distance drag on Falstad. Yeah, he's still alive. Counter damage against Nick. He makes it out. But a pretty good brawl that we have there. Only 1 kill. But holy hell, those were some really nice moments. Not only did Falstad nearly die and was barely saved, but Nick found himself also in trouble. This seed could cause a Garden Terror wave to come down for Team Ash. So there's your opportunity right there to maybe bring this back. But as long as Uther is dead, I don't think they're going to fight for this. They can easily let this one go though, because the opponent doesn't have a single seed to their name. So it's not going to hurt them too much. But he's back in 2 minutes. 2 seconds. Yeah, 2 minutes. That would be quite the death timer. Yeah. Nick is also just moving out. They still want that bottom fort. With them losing all of their forts, they of course need to take some structures down as well. Gotta do something. But yeah, birdie already. Might try. Up at the top. And well, there's the ring completely failing them. Blessed Shield at least connects. Uther in trouble. And he's dead again. Just before he got his Divine Shield back. Unfortunate. Level 20 available, the Cold Snap ready right away, and the Lul Nado gets upgraded into more Nados. What is better than Nados? More Nados, yes. And Hazu with a kill. Hazu coming in with a kill against the bird. Then the dog gets kicked too. Rega is down. Farlander is about to die. They're just cleaning house here. Yeah, this game is honestly just one team winning a team. They're taking turns pretty much. They're just taking turns. The level 20 talent made it a lot easier too. But now they're pressuring heavily for the bottom of the map in an attempt to take a keep down. I actually don't know if they can take the keep. I guess they probably can, because Uther is going to be back. But what is he going to do? And somebody needs to deal with the siege giants at the top as well. So yeah, that keep is not looking that great. The best of 5, we might see Oxygen Esports pull ahead in the series. At least game number 1 is looking very good for them now. They're ahead by 12 kills. They've taken the first keep apart. Top keep has been exposed and already taken some damage. And now they can take another seed, which will increase their seed count to 2. Therefore, the next one would once again be for a Garden Terror wave. So, yep, not too bad. But alright. At this point, we got, with the cooldown reduction for Jaina, another great tool in their hands. Red team is obviously trying to just make it to a position where they have their own level 20. My tries Gust are a little bit off. I mean, they were already disengaging and not even trying to move in for it, so he didn't really need to Gust there. I guess it's one of those better safe than sorry plays. And don't get me wrong, he's gonna have the Gust back for the next team fight. So, but yeah, they're sometimes seeming a little bit wonky. Ooh, nice. That stun, if that connects, that could have been an Auger kill. But they have the level 20 now, that gives us redemption. We got also the Wind Tunnel, Bolt of the Storm, and here we are. This is gonna be a moment where they can at least, well, deal with this first and foremost, but then it's all about that third seed. One team is gonna get... This is the moment where you can take your comeback. This is the big opportunity, because one team is gonna get the Garden Terrors now, and either it's Oxygen Esports, then they are going to take the game, or it's going to be the red team, ideally, of course, on the back of a team fight victory, and then they can really drive the momentum train. Ring and a good hit, but Falstad is alive. Uther is dead, but he's going to be back in a moment. And Johanna died. So this is their chance. Here comes Hogger. They need to focus, but the double kill against them. 2 heroes down. And there's the drag. Uther, he just came back and he died again. And so does Nenopi. And that should be game. Nick is crushing them right now. Absolutely crushing them. Big fight that we just had. And of course that double kill after Nick just murdered them into the wall. That was the end of the battle here. So a nice attempt to bring this back. But Oxygen Esports is the winner of game number 1. 61,000 damage by Nick. He didn't even die once. Not once. Might sacrifice himself here now, but oh my god. Top damage in the game. Top siege damage in the game. And hasn't even fallen. They go for the core. Oxygen Esports, they take the 1-0 lead in the best of 5 here in the lower bracket of the X-Cloud Summer. Well deserved. GG. Well played.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Tomb of the Spider Queen, map number 2. Oxygen Esports winning the game on Garden of Terror, and yeah, I immediately started a big discussion again here because I dared to eat waffles during well, while we're waiting for the second map to be hosted, and I think I can maybe show them later. But people lost their mind because especially our North American friends were like, how can you eat this without maple syrup? And I was like, well, it's a European waffle and not an American waffle, so it's not as disgusting if you eat it without anything. But I agree, if you have pancakes or waffles in North America, you kind of have to have something to soak them into because they just taste awful without that. But I think we had this discussion already. So, yeah. But, you know, I prepared today. I made myself waffles before the stream because I know this would be a long one. And so you can always eat something in the middle of it. But from the waffle discussion, and now I, by the way, regret that I didn't make myself more because talking about it makes me just more hungry. And the waffle that I just had tasted pretty good. So I'm just like... yeah, I don't know. But yeah, either way. So, Hammer is banned out, so is Lucio. Doesn't really... I honestly don't think that we're going to see very... I mean... maybe if they have at any point first pick and want to pick one of the 2 heroes for themselves, they are going to ban something else out. But outside of that, I'm pretty sure the ban pattern against Oxygen Esports is going to be fairly similar from game to game here. Now, Johanna played as the first pick. We have a little bit of wave clear now on Tomb of the Spider Queen. We get Blaze and Anduin on the other side. And yeah, what are we going to get from the red team now? With Anduin, you know that it is a threat to have Genji up against you, so he could be banned. Then again, what is Nick going to play here? You could also pick him. Go double Shimada. Honor! And there's Leo. Alright. My brain works weirdly sometimes. When I see Hanzo, I immediately think Soy Boy. then I think about like Hanzo is one of these pricks that goes to Starbucks and just like has the special list of like coffee ingredients that he needs at a certain temperature and just makes the life of any barista at Starbucks a living hell. But then my head is at Starbucks and I'm thinking about the lemon cake that they have at Starbucks and I'm like, because that one is really good. I like that. They had like a banana nut cake and the lemon cake. Or like a banana nut muffin and a lemon cake. And those two, I mean, those were guilty pleasures for me. Yeah, those two were really good. I mean, obviously, if Grandma makes it herself, then it's a lot better, but those were pretty solid. And when I lived in the US, there was a Starbucks on every corner, and that was always one of those things. So, bottom line, when I see Hanzo, I think lemon cake and banana nut muffin. And then I'm just like, ah. But yeah. Tyrael gets banned, so they're not banning Genji, they're banning Tyrael. I talked in game number 1 in the draft a bit about Nick and his recent obsession with Tyrael and how a lot of teams are starting to ban him out on the 3rd position. And, well, they do that, but that leaves Genji open, so if you want to engage with the light bomb, you can go for Genji. Or you can just play, I don't know, Kerrigan again, as he did in the past too. So, let's go. Benny still needs to go for frontliner as well. Ah, and he plays his Medivh. I can live with that as well. He's been playing Medivh in, I think it was the qualifiers. No, wait, he actually busted it out during the Masters Clash finals as well. And yeah, his Medivh is pretty good. Very good. We completed his baseline quest multiple times in record time. So, yeah, we got Jaina again, played by Hazu, so that means that we could get a ley line into a ring. And Stukov plus Sylvanas on the other side. Stukov is an interesting choice here. He has fallen off very heavily, but of course still gets played and is now in a spot where he could make some nasty plays by just disrupting Jaina. We get Varian for Benny. Back to the roots, baby. Varian stun into Blaze stun. Jaina damage after the taunt. Tomb of the Spider Queen, map number 2. Let's get going. It's getting hot in here. Hazops on Jaina for the 2nd time. We got Nick on Medivh, Yasuo on Anduin, Copenhagen on Blaze, and Bad Benny is playing Varian. Yeah, poor Varian has to actually play with his son here. Total embarrassment. I mean, honestly, the man is dead. Joined the Nexus and thought he was finally rid of Anduin just for Blizzard to release him into the Nexus, and he was just like, oh god, why me? So yeah, Ninopi on Sylvanas for Team Ash. We got Renella on Stukov, Farland on Leoric. Might try on Hanzo, and Morenas is playing Johanna. Can you imagine what it is like if you're a warrior like Varian, and then you see your son Anduin, who literally has no idea where to hold the weapon? Like how to use a sword without cutting himself? It must be painful. I personally would be really embarrassed. But yeah. I mean, Varian is a character, you know, that is taunting people for a living. He picks taunt on level 4 and then he just goes through the map, taunts people. He's practicing insults in front of a mirror all day, every day, just to make sure that he can do that. Do you understand how difficult it is for him to not go to Anduin and just simply be like, you are an accident. No! Like, that would be absolutely demolishing for Yasuo. You know that he would need, or Anduin at least, would need years and years of therapy for just one like that. But yeah. I mean, it's a rough time. But the two of them are fighting together right now, so there's that. And we got Jaina in the mix as well. We talked about Jaina already a bit, but honestly, now that I think about it, I don't even know, like, did Jaina have an affair with Anduin or with Varian? Or did that naughty girl go for both of them? Father and son? Are you serious? Woo! You go, girl. Damn. Talking about that, you know there is some World of Warcraft porn out there somewhere. Yeah, they Johnny Sins that shit up hard. 100%. I mean, I'll ship it. Fair enough. Whatever floats your boat. No kink shaming here. But yeah, either way. So, we got Varian in. That's honestly the one thing that I really care about the most. Because at this point, we're gonna get at least some taunt action from Benny again. Which was always super fun. Up towards the top, we currently got Farlander with Copenhagen, so they kind of switched it up a little bit. Instead of making the bot lane the one-on-one lane, they now made the top lane rocking it. Level 4 is in, so the taunt is ready, and that's the moment where it gets interesting, because now Varian can set it up for Jaina. with the taunt. There it is, and there's the kill. Nice. Varian comes in, starts to taunt Johanna. You look like a boy. No! And then, of course, she attacks, stays there. And then Blaze comes in with the kill. Ah, but, I mean, come on. With that haircut, it is what it is. Yeah, 1 kill to 0. So it starts off well. That's obviously the big power spike. Once that you have level 4, if you have a couple of nice burst damage dealers with Varian, you can do so much work here. And look at Nick. I talked a bit about him and his Medivh during the draft, but we saw him in action during the Master Splash and also in the X-Cup qualifiers. He's already at 16 stacks. So yeah, he is stepping it up big time with that. And we got the Paralyzing Rage in there too. Oh, Portal! Ah, they nearly got Renella. It's a nasty combo when you think about it. I mean, this is actually a little bit screwed up. The portal appears out of nowhere. Varian charges through, taunts you, and then Jaina comes in and drops the damage. So, yeah. Pretty nasty stuff. Now, with only 1 kill so far, Team Ash prevented the worst from happening. It's not like they're getting farmed this early in the game, but you can tell that they're pretty careful and cautious, and they have to be. 24 stacks now for Nick. He's dropping a few more of those Arcane Rifts and tries to get the hits together. Both teams are also attempting to turn in. We have 39 against 24. Nano P at the top, with Sylvanas was trying to turn in but was distracted. And still we are getting the rotation between the 2 turn-in points as each team attempts to get the first Web Weaver wave. And it seems like Nano P might just get his team pretty close to that. Now after level 1 we also now have the Growing Infestation for Stukov. There's the taunt, talking Stukov, and he's dead. Absolutely nasty. Yeah, they even get the second kill. Down goes Johanna. Oh, but somebody lost his stacks. Yeah, that was an easy stack kill, and the party still continues. So seems like Nick this time is gonna have a harder time getting the quest completed. As you can see here, he found himself on 29 stacks in that moment, and then the fight turned towards him. So after they kill 2 heroes on the red team side, they lose not only Medivh, but they also lose Varian. And for Medivh, of course, that's a huge upset. Losing 29 stacks, he was so close already. Hazu also attacked, but Fallen couldn't get close enough here. The red team is the one to get the Web Weavers though, so good stuff for them. They are able to get the first objective into the game. And they're also inching a little bit closer to level 10. Look at them, moving in for Nick immediately. And he realizes that sitting all alone at the top lane is probably not the smartest idea that he had today. If he has to, fine, but some assists would be nice, I suppose. Alright, it's time for the Web Weavers. Let's get going. Get those spiders into action, and they push the lanes out nicely, so all of them are launching right next to those gates. Maybe a little bit too close even. The one in the middle gets obliterated within seconds. The bottom of the map is where the real party starts, but it's again the portal pressure that we're seeing. And top side we have Sylvanas helping out too. So they're gonna get some damage here. They're not gonna be able to take the entire thing, but hey, breaking through the wall and damaging the fort. Might even go for it again in a second approach, as we still have 2 of the heroes on the blue team side dealing with the bot lane. Oh, they are not quite yet. 3 kills to 2, and they get level 10. Yep, there it is. The rogue abilities, the Entomb is ready, and we get the Meme Strike. Okay, let's see if they can make that play. A good Entomb plus Meme Strike is awesome. If you can execute that well, you are doing a great job to screw your opponent's coordination up completely. But of course the question is, can they? Can they and will they? And can they get to level 20 where the party is getting even more crazy? But there's the ring. No ring. Oh, the ring too late and it misses. Leo, 20 gems! Jaina is dead, but so is Leo. Renella wants it, and they're recovering the gems. Alright, so they get all of the gems. They kill Jaina too. The battle isn't over yet, since they're still trying to flank in and hit Benny here. And they can. Taunt is still available, so they could try and turn it with the bunker already up. Portals are there, there's the taunt, and Morenas is dead again. Jojo is once again gone. But alright, next play. Yeah, and no, he saved her with the portal and even the stun on Leo. Yasu is getting away. This is ridiculous. Copenhagen also makes it out. Oh my god, what an escape! Damn! That was so clutch. The Web Beavers attacked, but boy oh boy. Team Ash probably thought that they had at least a kill, maybe even 2 there. And it didn't work out that way. Instead, they are now the ones losing Stukov, and I guess that bot fort is also going to be lost. Nice damage against Yasuo, but the shield is ready once again. They really want him though, don't they? Hanzo! And he's dead. They're trying so hard to get these kills, and instead they're just getting farmed. Did they just lose 31 gems? Did I see that correctly? All 3 of them dead. Guys, this is a nightmare. Not only is the fort lost, but they also lost a ton of their gems. Yeah, that's just crazy. Hanzo was the first one to fall. They got close, but the shield of Nick was ready and made sure that Anduin was saved. They got 3 kills with this. 2 forts are destroyed. Level 13 talents are up. Team Ash once again gambled big. And oftentimes when they do that, they get rewarded. They are able to get ahead, get their kills, but not so in this case. They are the ones that lose way too much ground here. And yeah, this just hurts. So now the blue Web Weavers are coming down once more since the second turn and has just been completed by Team Oxygen Esports. They got the pull on Anduin, soon also adjusted. I mean, once that they have their next talent, they can instantly go into the double pull, but they have the extra line speed now for him too. So things are really tricky for the team in red now. Yeah, Team Ash trying for the comeback. But there's the attack. Yeah, Hanzo makes it out, good for him. But the taunt on Jojo, the Web Beavers are already on the march, so there's that. They're zoning them away as best as they can. So Hanzo is doing a decent job with his ult here, but of course the real power spike for this ult comes in on level 20 when you get the cooldown reduction. Then you can really capitalize on it. But these portal plays are just nasty. I mean, look at this. It's a work of art. Portal, taunt, damage, bam, dead. Stukov is always trying to interfere as best as he can with another lurking arm, but it's just not working out for them. The ring, and it's another kill. Can't stop, won't stop. Oxygen Esport is on a killing spree here. Yasuo, he's still holding some gems. Another taunt, and Leo's trying to get away. He's able to make it out, but Farlander, I mean, this is a nightmare. He's the only survivor in this massacre that we just saw here. The top Web Beaver is still up. The wall is going to get destroyed. They're 2 levels ahead, 11 kills ahead. They are also starting to destroy the wall down at the bottom of the map. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy now. And the damage output, obviously, is at least to an extent mirroring that. Nick is again rocking the top damage in the game, by the way. Sorry, for the team. In the game, it's still Hanzo. They can't get the kills, but at least he can pad his stats a little bit. Oh, yeah. So, right now, we got Jaina with 25,000 damage. Medivh with 27. 16 is on the board for them. And there's nowhere near enough gems to get that second turn in. The blue team is closer to a third turn in than Team Ash is to a second. That's the situation in the game. And they don't have a single fort anymore. So, yeah. With level 13, we also got the Virulent Reaction. We have, of course, as already predicted, the Glyph of Faith. Has another taunt, another stun. Yeah, it's 21 gems. This is nearly all the gems that they have. Recovering from this position will take quite the play. They are likely going to be forced into a battle against a level team that has a talent advantage over them. I would be surprised if they can wait until they have level 16 themselves. I would really be surprised. I mean, already they're sniffing out that there's a trap. Portal into the back, there's the taunt, there's the stun, Ring of Frost, and goodbye Sylvanas. The coordination on these attacks is just glorious. This is the kind of aggressive style that we really want to see here. Morenas is taken down after initially they thought him dead already. Yeah, my try, another portal, they go in again, boom, Hanzo is also dropped, and they are just chasing them across the map. 17 kills at the 12-minute mark for Oxygen Esports. And now with the camp not even here yet, they're attacking the keep, they're trying to take it down. I'm not sure if they can already go for the core, but yeah, it is just such a crazy game by them. This comp is working out so incredibly well here. And a lot of that is because these portals are on point, time and time again. And the shields too, he's keeping the cooldown as long as he can, and that allows everybody on the team to go just that extra step, go a little bit deeper, risk something, because they always know that Nick and Yasuo have their back and will always save them no matter what happens. Now with the second attempt, we have Team Ash making another play to try and go for the boss. It's the only thing they can do. I mean, you gotta do something, right? You gotta risk something. What else are they gonna do? Wait for 16? They can't. They didn't even know how far in the boss was. Leo gets out. Once again, the ult. Jojo is dead. And they are getting slapped around again. Big slaps all the time here. Nano P. Bam! Lockdown. And dies. Web Weavers in the middle at the bottom. Another potential kill. Farlander nowhere to go. He's dead too. The gems are lost. Oxygen Esports with an absolute stellar performance in game number 2. They are going to take a 2-0 lead over Team Ash in this best of 5 in the losers bracket. And that is going to make things very, very difficult for Team Ash. Yeah, they are definitely in trouble here. They need to win 3 in a row now in order to move on to the next round of the tournament. Keep at the top, gets destroyed. Keep at the bot lane, also falling. The core, of course, doing the exact same. They want to farm a few more kills. They're already at 21. But this is it. The 2-0 for Oxygen Esports as we are moving on to the third game of the best of 5 series at the X Cup Summer Playoffs. GG, well played. Towers of Doom, map number 3. Yeah, guys, I don't know, but right now Oxygen Esports, they look pretty much like they're a little bit outside of Team Ash's league. Now, of course, again, the big difference between the performance that they are currently pulling off here and what we saw in the winner bracket against Chili Mountain is that right now they are playing with their full lineup. So they have Benny here, Nagrom subbed in for Benny in the winner bracket when they faced off against Chili Mountain. Nothing against Nagrom, he did a great job and he had a couple of really nice moves there too. But the one thing that we still have to highlight is that obviously when you play for months and months and even years with a certain team composition, then you develop a certain synergy between the players that you're just not going to have in the same way when you have to play with the sub. So I think it's indisputable that the team as it stands is a little bit stronger here, and Team Ash is experiencing that firsthand, as you can see. Now we have a ban on Sergeant Hammer. I would be surprised if Lucio doesn't get banned too. There's of course a shot that Oxygen Esports is the one that has to ban him, so we'll see. But first and foremost, Brightwing gets removed from the options from the hero pool. But this is the last shot for Team Ash. They need to win 3 in a row now if they want to move on to the next round of the tournament. But yeah, it's actually kind of weird. We had, honestly, in the tournament so far, very one-sided games if you just only look at the score. Now, of course, if you watch the games, you know that a lot of them were anything but one-sided. But at least on the scoreboards, we had some pretty clear favorites here. Now, there's a Lucio ban. Again, same ban pattern is probably going to hold true for the remaining games, too. Those are the heroes that you currently want to get rid of against Oxygen Esports. Now, there are more than that, but yeah, gotta pick your poison, right? If you start banning Medivh or you ban, even in the first rotation, Nixterial, then they're gonna walk away with the Sergeant Hammer or with the Lucio, and at some point you gotta just decide which one you think you can deal with or which one you have a better chance dealing with. Now, my try immediately with the Haka. The Haka obviously golden on Towers of Doom. Great rotational performance between the mid and the top lane for the wave clear. Also, always the chance to join any fight on the map. Or maybe even get a sneaky altar channel in, if the game demands it. But there's Jojo and there's Blaze. Every single time I see that opening from them, it's a bit of an old school. Because this is what the Hardos picked. And they were the first one to really run that comp reliably. I want to say 2.5 years ago? Something like that. Time and time again, they would go Johanna Blaze, Johanna Blaze, Johanna Blaze. They really, really loved that. That was before Blaze became just like the only solo laner that you would play. And Johanna wasn't really that big in the meta at the time. So they already then were really, really banking on this particular combo to keep their backline safe. Anduin and Genji get locked in now for Team Ash. Okay, so we get finally the light bomb engage. And they banned Stitches out, okay. It was actually the last time that they played in Towers of Doom, it was them playing Stitches, with Nagrom hitting one hook after another, which was kind of disgusting. Towards the end of the game, he missed a few on purpose just to make the rest of us feel better. But in the early and mid game, I think he landed every single one of them. It was crazy. But alright, last ban. Are they banning Tyrael again? Probably should. Ah, they banned Vala. Alright. Curious what Nick is gonna pick. Personally, I think there's a good chance that we're gonna get his Tyrael. But they could, of course, also just, I mean, most of the time that he plays Medivh, it's on Tomb of Spider Queen. But I really, really like the aggressive performance that they've shown as a team whenever Nick played Medivh. Really enjoyed that. Don't think we're going to get it here. I would be there for it though. Cassia and Rhaegar, leaving Nick last as usual. And that gets us to Morenas and Farlander, the final two to pick for the red team here on Towers. Okay. Yeah, also still a little bit hesitating and debating on what they want to play here. Now we need a frontliner, of course. He could go for Diablo. He's been played a lot here. Hogger and Leo. Okay. So Leo main tank. A triple frontline, 3 melees. But Leo as the main tank right now. Trying to trade with the opponent. That's something that Benny has done sometimes too. But definitely a bit different for them. Adds more to the wave clear that they have in their setup. But now for the last pick, what are we going to get from Nick on Towers of Doom? Oh, what? Valera? Alright. Sign me up. Valera, ladies and gentlemen. Towers of Doom, and we get Valera for Oxygen Esports in the 3rd game of the series. Let's go. Game number 3, Oxygen Esports. They're busting out Nyx Valera on Towers of Doom. Harzobs on Cassia, Copenhagen on Blaze, Yazu with Rhaegar, and Bad Benny on Johanna. Right side of the map, might try with Dehaka, Nenopi on Genji, Renella on Anduin, Morenas is playing Hogger, and Farlander is playing Leoric. Alright, let's get things started here. Also, while we're waiting for the fights to break out, once again, a quick reminder, guys, we have a big event coming up in October. Korean teams, European teams, and North American teams are going to meet offline once again. First time ever since HGC got shut down by Blizzard. The entire event is going to take place in Miami once more. And if you guys want to know the dates and also know more about the event itself, maybe even participate in the open qualifiers and win a trip to Miami and participate in the event with $11,000 of prize money, then check out the description and the link in the video description if you're watching this on YouTube. Also, there is a crowdfunding, so if you want to help to improve a bit on the production, make sure that we have additional casters, for example, that we can add some other technical things, and also, for example, support the Koreans even more to finance their trip to the venue, because obviously for them flight costs are a little bit higher. You can check out the crowdfunding there. Quite important to note, by the way, is that every single donation that is being made is matched by sponsors, so everything is double. If you donate 20 bucks, the sponsors are going to put in an extra 20 to match that. And since there was a little bit confusion about it, the crowdfunding has as its goal 30,000. Doesn't mean we need 30,000 to make the event happen. It just means that 30,000 is the limit up to which the sponsors are going to match the donations. So definitely check out the video description, at least to save the dates and make sure that you're not missing out on it. Because if you enjoyed the offline event that we had in February, you're definitely going to enjoy this one. Bigger and better as Valera dies first blood. Bit sad. Finally, with a Valera pick, she makes it into the game, and then the first thing that's going on is that Nick dies. The crippling poison on level 1. We got the Thunderstroke on level 1 for the stacks for Hazu, but now the camp got stolen away, and Team Ash is coming right out of the gate with a few kills, with the aggression that we used from them. This time it works out a little bit better. So here we are. Can they get a few more hits in? I mean, for right now, we're already looking at Valera starting to move back into the mid lane. We're definitely going to keep an eye on her and see how Nick is going to deal with all of this. Relentless strikes on level 4 for him now. Immediately the attack against the Haka, but there's a bit of help coming. And it seems like it's going to be another kill. Oh boy. Nick dead for the second time at the 2-minute mark. Yeah. Okay, that might have been a little bit of a mistake. So maybe Nick finally went for the big misclick or mispick in this case. Dying twice already this quickly. Not really what you want here. But again, the game has just started, so let's wait this out a little bit. Copenhagen is also getting chased, but he is able to move away with Blaze. The altars are now finally up. And, well, let's see what else we're going to get from them here. Down at the bottom of the map, we already have Renella trying to channel. Hazu with the attempted interrupt and stack attempt. But, well, the hit got dodged out on. 2 kills to 0. A little bit of a leading experience. The Hark at the top right, Valera at the top left. But they can still make that play for that bottom altar. So they want to have 2 out of the 3, of course. Channel is there. Here comes the Haka. Hogga is in. They try for the kill once again. And even Leo is joining. Blue team is going to give this one up. The heroes in the middle and the top lane are not making a move. So it is going to be a 2 altar play by Team Ash. They're getting 8 points removed of the opponent's score, dropping it down to 32. Valera now in the middle of the map. And here comes the Haka. Yeah, okay, this time he's not hitting it. But they love to go for her here. You can really see that part of the game plan is that whenever they see Valera somewhere alone, they will go for her and try to take her down. So, nicely done. So far this is working quite well. With level 7 we also get the conviction now. Bit of a movement speed increase here too. Easier to get away, easier to engage. And still a slight leading XP. But the main tank, Leo, is about to go down. Gets the drain though, and he makes it out. Nice. A lot of resources being used there by Oxygen Esports to get Leoric, and it didn't really work out. Valera still diving in as Nick is trying to justify the pick. He went, by the way, for Mutilate. Very good stacking from Hazop, should probably point that out too. So we are at the 4 or 5 minute mark and he's already at 31, so it's really good. If you're at around 8 minutes at 40 stacks, that's normally a solid stacking approach on Cassia with that specific level 1. But Hazo is very likely going to move past this the way this is going. So yeah, nicely done by him. The camp gets stolen away again, and this is starting to become a little bit of a pattern here. So camp steals all over the place in favor of Team Ash. And now they just have to make sure that they're getting their own camp, not claimed by Oxygen Esports. Double ult at the top. Now that normally is also not really a mystery. Traditionally it's an even channel, each team taking 1. Yeah, the roots. Alright, Valera is also on her way back into the fight. Valera is currently sitting at 8,000 damage. Just above Jojo. It's not really a whole lot. Hazu still stacking it up a bit. Channel 1 already taken. Channel 4 channel. Yep. Has the damage, and Valera is getting the numbers up a little bit. But still way behind Cassia, who's sitting at 19,000. And Hogga, of course, is the top damage currently for Team Ash. And he's still pogging it up at the camp. Might be a bit late. I guess Yazu... is he gonna check it out? Yeah, no, he's not. Okay, so we're gonna get the camp for Team Ash. And now they have level 10 too. So once level 20,000 on the dot for Cassia. 20,000. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, and Hazu is doing really well. 6 minute mark, 40 stacks. Level 10 abilities for them now. We got the smoke bomb for Valera. Definitely gonna keep our eye on her now that level 10 abilities are available for both teams. That means also a lot of CC for Team Ash, as they have not only the stun from the shockwave, the light bomb. And there's a kill! Valera taking Farlander down. Okay, so finally something down here. By the way, just realizing now, Valera is also Blondie. Yesterday we were talking about, do we get an entire blonde team together? And yeah, we were missing a couple. Nova was of course an option. Player killer number 1, and turns out player killer number 2, unless you pick the wrong skin, is also blonde, at least according to the portrait. So yeah, we have definitely a few more choices. Talking about choices, they have the choice to take down Blaze, and they take it. Nice. using that opportunity to turn this into a 5 versus 4 just before the objective spawns. And of course, this time we have a double objective. So 2 of the altars are in. By the way, I talked about it earlier, 8-minute mark, 40 stacks. Look at Hazu. 7:30 and he's at 41. So yeah, pretty much where we expected him to be. Wasn't quite able to keep the stacking process up. Nice, Ancestral. Job well done. Yasuo keeping Hazu alive. And there's the kill. Hogga is dead. The drag there, but denied immediately. So even in a 4 versus 5 situation, the victory for Oxygen Esports in the actual battle, which means that Team Ash is now the one who have to fight with only 4 heroes on the map. Now the Haka at the bottom of the map, he has to deal with Valera. Nick is not gonna let that happen anytime soon. Interrupts late because he knows the team is rotating, so he's trying to buy a little bit of time for them. Can they get my try? And the answer is no. Alright, my try gets out. It's actually impressive. I'm not so sure though about Ninopi now. He can't move in. He could have Swift Strike, but if he does that, then he's likely going to be met by a quick focus on him. And I don't think he can survive this. Okay, so 3 kills to 2. We got level 13 available now. Still a bit of a lead in experience for Team Ash. Yeah, Shockwave is out. Not enough damage just yet. The Unyielding Despair is in. We got the Lion's Boots. Topside, the Haka and Copenhagen still at 1v1. Both of them slowing each other down, trying to get the upper hand on the rotation and on the wave clear that we have. But it also allows for another steal on the camps. So when it comes to mercenary camps, I really have to give credit to Team Ash. They've been very diligent about those. Camp after camp after camp got taken by them. Another attack with Valera's help against Farlander. And Leo is alive. The Entomb forces the bunker. Smoke bomb is out. Leoric is dead. But can they get counter kills? They are trying. Here comes the light bomb. Nice. Really good connect, but I'm not sure if it was enough. Yeah, Valera is low. The kill on the Haka. And Valera dies too. 2 kills for 1. Still a lead for Oxygen Esports in this little battle that we just saw. Ninopi had to move away. And seems like Hogga... Yeah, Hogga poked a bit too hard. Hogga finds himself on the wrong side of this team fight, but they're still going for Blaze. They get the kill, and Hogga stays alive. Hogga is still in play. Gets the Shockwave out again. They go for Hazops. And Genji with a kill attempt that barely misses out on the final blow. Morena's retreating. 63 stacks for Cassia on a level 1. Yes, damage, and even more damage. But the altar is up. And after the interrupt from Jojo, the question is, can they come in again to do that once more? They don't even have to, because Ninopi lets it slide and is instead looking for a kill. It's a 5 versus 4 right now. Hogga is dead, and so is Leo, taken down by Valera, as Nick is starting to get a little bit more work done in this game. It's at 29,000 damage. Oh, there's the kill on Genji, and Yasuo is alive. They get everybody. Anduin is trying to rush away. He's not going to make it. Renella dead, and Maitri the only survivor of this slaughter. What a battle. 31,000 damage by Genji, 30,000 by Valera, 53,000 by the old man. Beanie Boy is crushing it. Hazu is just getting the hits in, getting the stacks together, and is absolutely murdering them. Hasn't died yet. A lot of the aggression is focusing still on Valera. 3 deaths on Nick. And he tries to go for another one. Moves in for the kill. Can't get it right away. Cassia has by now 71 stacks. And with level 16 we now get the Seal Fate. Plus in addition to that, the Power Strike. Alright. Double pull for Anduin, I suppose. Yep, the Glyph of Faith is in. But it's 20 points on the core against 28. Still doable. Still absolutely doable here. And, well, Cassia is stacking even further now. Yeah, he's crushing it with the damage output. It's honestly a little bit ridiculous to see how much damage Cassia is currently pushing out there. Hazops is having a great time. They're keeping him safe over and over again. A lot of the attention has to be put on Valera, since she's always trying to go into the backline and get the kills there. But with every single stack that Hazu gets that late game, it's going to become easier and easier for them. His damage numbers are just incredible. So another quick hit here. 76 stacks by now. The record that we had so far was something around 160, 180 Volskaya Foundry back in the days. But even here on Towers of Doom, it's incredibly solid numbers. And, well, Nick gets caught again. I guess that's death number 4. Hogger with a final blow. At least one altar is taken by the blue team, but I would be surprised if they are not losing both of the remaining ones now. It's a 5 versus 4 after all, with level 16 talents for both teams. So, yeah. And all of these fights are still allowing Oxygen Esports to stack Cassia. So, yeah. Here we go again. The Haka isn't joining them yet. Nazu sitting at 82 stacks. Let's take another look at his damage output. How far ahead is he now? 67,000. Oh, but he's dead too. That Entomb was way too good. So yeah, thanks to the Entomb, they get 2 kills. But the turnaround, is it happening? Copenhagen, they nearly pulled this off. Damn. They nearly got that one. Everybody dropped so low inside of Team Ash. And they still are. They might have to give the altar up despite the fact that they just killed 2 heroes. Which is ridiculous. But this could actually be the case now. So yeah, they're still fighting here. And I have no idea what Hogger thinks he was doing there. That was an absolute Sudoku move. He just committed Honorable Subaru. And now they are down one of their side laners. But at least they're going to get the kill on Hogger. Blaze. So this battle isn't over. They're just massively murdering it. One after another. The Entomb is out as they're trying to go for Nick. He has to escape towards the top, but now it's a 4 versus 4 and they're slowly falling back here. Anduin gets attacked. Light bomb. Still in trouble. And he's dead. Anduin is dead. Goodbye, Sweet Prince. And all of it started with this little play. This is the one that started it all. The Entomb that came in. The light bomb engage right there. This is where they got the kill on Rhaegar and on Cassia. Talking Cassia, she's at 70,000 damage now. Just as a comparison, the second highest damage dealer after her is at 45k. So yeah, Hazu is crushing it. Absolutely crushing it. 11 kills to 9. 20 in total. 18 to 18. Fairly even game when it comes to experience, map control. It's really just the points on the core that are differentiating the teams now. And 12 points are easy to bridge. So Oxygen Esports could still lose the game here, especially since they are just unable to get ahead in XP. But just as easily, Team Ash could also lose control completely and get crushed here in the next team fight. 90 stacks for Cassia and another kill. They take Hogger down and now they have the opportunity to claim the bell tower. Nicely done. Yep, great job. Really, really great job. They saw a kill opportunity. They immediately collapsed on the target. And they just didn't leave him any chance to escape. And that's exactly how you have to play this out. So, Cassia still waiting it out down at the bottom of the map. And everybody else in the meantime, single altar. I guess that's more good news than bad news for Team Ash, because they might have to let this one go since they don't have level 20 and the blue team will likely have their Storm Talons. So yeah. But here we are. We got 12,000 to... 12 kills to 9. Level 20 incoming. And here we are. Fortified Bunker, Farsia's Blessing, and Valera with the elusiveness. Alright, they let this one go. They know they have to. So single digits on the core. They're going to be down to 7 points. But at least the red team is getting their own level 20 in time for the next big fight. They are losing Leo again though. So Leoric in the middle of the map is caught by Valera once again. Like, he's the prime target for her. Nick died so many times at the beginning and then at some point he just figured out, alright, I'm going to go for Leo. And so far it's been working. But here we go. We got the Burning Despair. Burning Despair instead of the Entomb upgrade for Leoric. Okay. I mean, it's a lot of frontliners and melee heroes, don't get me wrong. So you're gonna get some assist there, but still. Yeah, catching heroes hasn't really been their problem. And also, Bunker is of course still there, so that's the thing. But they need a team fight. And they need to remove that boss, and they know it. So they're going straight for it. And it's being, yeah, they're able to take it. So the boss is given up. They don't want to fight for this. We'll just give Team Ash an opportunity to bring this back. But here we are. With that, we get the hits in. Boom. 20-7. But now they need to immediately move. Yeah, altars with the timing here. Down on the bottom of the map, the bell tower. And that's, of course, also 2 camps that are now moving through the bot lane. So the pumpkins alone could nearly end the game. And then in addition to that, you have bell towers that are shielding the altars. So very good chance for the team to end it. They let... Wow. What? Damn. They let all of them go. Just simply figuring whatever. 1.7 points. What's the difference? We need to crush them anyways. So let's just do that. They bank all their hopes now onto this fight. Hazo is already going for the channel, but there is the light bomb engage! The shockwave only needing 1. Nice ult from Rhaegar, keeping them alive as Valera goes for Leoric once more. Hogger is the first one to die. Maitri about to fall too. They're in trouble. They are about to go down here. Another kill, this time against Leoric, is going to end the game as Hazu finishes the channel. Nicely done. A 3-0 victory for Oxygen Esports as they move on to the next round of the losers bracket. And Team Ash gets eliminated from the tournament. GG.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.